Scorpio, welcome in. It's Laura from Tenacious Taurus Twin Flame Tarot, and this is going to be your general message. So keep in mind, this is for any major Taurus placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This reading is timeless. It could resonate at any point in time. Likely when you're guided to watch it, there's going to be a message in here for you. But I do ask that you only take the messages that resonate and chunk the rest, Scorpio. Before jumping in with the cards, I kind of want to talk about the energy that was coming through for the Scorpio collective. And what I kept hearing is, it's time to get real about it. It's time to get real about it, Scorpio. So maybe you're being asked to speak up, to speak your mind. Maybe you're going to be called out and you're going to be in the hot seat. But I think it's kind of time to think about and reevaluate how you translate your emotions and your concerns outwardly. I think be ready to have some very, very difficult and uncomfortable conversations coming up here, Scorpio. Maybe your mind is racing when it comes to all of these possibilities, but I think this is a period of time for the Scorpio collective when it comes to major psychological changes, deep self-reflection, and personal transformation that will kind of make you change the way that you see the world around you and maybe how you communicate the view of the world that you have. So big changes for Scorpio, and it is about getting real about something that maybe you've not wanted to get real about. And I think you will be in the hot seat, and maybe you will be called out about something. But let's jump in with some cards, Scorpio, and see what else needs to come through for you. Fear. We got two choices in life, fear or love. We got fear and we got optimism, polar opposites. So you're definitely stuck. You're stuck in a rut. You're stuck in the mud. You see all these rainbow blessings you want to bring in your life, and maybe you have a lot of love to give, but you're fearful, maybe fearful, and you might need to seek out some professional assistance. I think this is a big time of letting go, releasing the past, slamming the door on the past and walking through the doorway of a new experience. And maybe you're fearful. Maybe you're fearful of speaking your truth when it comes to maybe a family situation, a status quo situation, a false sense of security that you've built for yourself when it comes to a family structure. Maybe it's time to break down something that's not working anymore when it comes to your family. And I think you've got a lot of healing light around you, but I feel breaking free from a status quo. Things are going to be moving you forward here right shortly. And I think the energy is bringing forward a lot of changes in the way that you view your life in the world, because there is a new beginning here. And maybe you've been planning to take action, leaving a status quo foundation behind for a while, but I feel it's decision time. It's time to get real about it, Scorpio. It's really time to get real about it. So let's see what other messages need to come through for you with the Quantum Oracle deck. I think you've not been listening to your higher self, and you've been receiving the messages, and it's kind of time to get real. Yeah, either you've been deceiving yourself, somebody's been deceiving you. There's some deception here. And I think around a committed partnership, and this is a time of great achievement. So maybe you're fearful of walking away from a partnership because you're afraid of the gossip, what people are going to say, any judgment. And I think, maybe people are already talking about you behind your back. And I kind of feel maybe it's time to seek out some legal counsel when it comes to an ending. I do feel you got a lot of love here. I really do, and maybe that's difficult because you're battling between the head and the heart. But I feel this is a time of great achievement for you. Maybe you're being spiritually promoted as you go through this deep internal self-reflection and personal transformation. Maybe it's time for you to step into a spiritual teaching role. But I feel you've kind of opened up the book of something, and there's no going back once that book is opened. And yeah, you're definitely needing to find your courage to go through this personal transformation. You're definitely at a pivot point in your life, and maybe you can't see the forest through the trees, but you are being asked to suit up and be brave and to take some action when it comes to closing out a cycle. I feel you're kind of like at the midway point, and it's kind of time for the mask to fall. It's kind of time to break apart everything that's no longer working. And maybe you are feeling fragmented in the mind space as you tap into this expanded consciousness and the vastness of the universe. I do feel a cycle is winding to a close for you, and you've got a lot of ascended masters working closely with you, pushing you towards happy success, but this might require a complete shift in consciousness. Shedding of the old to let in the new. That's your energy, Scorpio. Transformation. So where are you not being honest with yourself? Where have you not been completely authentic about your intentions when it comes to maybe a foundation? I think it's time to lay all the cards out on the table. And it might cause like this breaking apart energy, and you might have to pick up all the pieces and start over again. But I think, you know, the decision you are making is going to be coming from the heart. And so if you're coming from the heart, I don't think you can make a wrong decision. I just noticed 555 on the timer. So I do think get ready for some big, big changes. And maybe it's time for you to step into your own path and become that lone wolf. But let's keep going with the tarot, Scorpio, and see what else is coming. Yeah, I think you've been juggling, releasing a burden for quite some time. 10 of Wands, 2 of Pentacles, 2 of Swords. Wow. So there is definitely a need to bring balance back into your life and to release a long-standing burden, something that I think has caused maybe a bunch of health problems due to stress, because maybe you've not been honest with yourself, and maybe you've been unable or unwilling to make the decision that you need to make, Scorpio. You are being encouraged to follow your own heart rather than making everybody else happy, because if you're not happy, how are you supposed to fill anybody else's cup? You can't keep pretending there's no problem. You can't keep brushing all of these issues under the rug and pretending there's no big elephant in the room, Scorpio. And I think maybe you've been overanalyzing and racing thoughts when it comes to this overanalyzing. And you've been juggling a couple of options. Maybe there's somebody else in the mix that's recently caught your eye. And it's time to rebalance the situation. Maybe you've been working too hard, overworking, or working too many hours. And, you know, we're not here to work to the grindstone and just eat, sleep, work, and die. Are you actually living your life, Scorpio, is another question. You know, it's okay to ask people for help. Emotional vulnerability truly is a strength, and there is a need for balance in your life. There's going to be a realignment, because I think you've had the blinders on and you've not been wanting to look at this situation. And I feel the veil of illusion is lifting, and a major burden is going to be lifted when it comes to embracing some positive changes. Yeah, you've been playing into sleepless nights, nightmares, depression, unfounded fear when it comes to an ending. Maybe you're expecting the worst, or maybe you will be accused, and you're going to have that very uncomfortable conversation. But you can't stay in this 9 of Swords forever. It's likely going to deteriorate your health. You are being asked to refocus your thoughts and to reprioritize, or you're going to create a self-fulfilling prophecy. Either way, something is coming to an end, a long-standing burden, and this is going to be a period of self-reflection on what it is that is going to bring you wish fulfillment, because I don't think your wishes have been coming true. I don't think you've been experiencing a lot of good fortune, and you're going to have faith in the universe that everything will turn out as soon as you release this long-standing burden. And it very well could have to do with family. Yeah, oh my God, that just flipped out in reversed. 8 of Cups in reverse. You're holding on to a situation, pretending to be happy, and you kind of need to move on from something. It's time for you to seek more from life than what it is you've been manifesting. I think you're on a spiritual quest, and it's time to make that choice, to make these big, big life changes, Scorpio, a major change in priorities. So what is it that you need to walk away from? Because I think you've been confused, and you've been under the veil of illusion, and you've been procrastinating, overanalyzing, and I think get ready to receive the clarity on what it is that you deeply desire so you can move forward. It's time to make a choice. It's time to leave the past behind, a very emotionally dissatisfying situation that you've been holding on to, maybe for fear of not knowing what's next. It's time to make a smart decision. It's time to release something that you've been holding on to, maybe because the emotions run deep, or maybe because, you know, you've built up some financial security together. But I don't think this situation is just black and white. I think you're being asked to read between the lines, and I think you've been discontent and bored. I don't think you're emotionally invested anymore, and perhaps it's time to communicate that clearly with the person that you're dealing with. So let's see what else needs to come through for you, Scorpio. Definitely a level of deception, gossip, and it's time for you to have faith in the future. It's time for you to embrace this healing journey, and let's face it, nothing stays the same. Everything changes. Maybe this is a committed partnership where you've been together since college or high school or something like that, and it's coming to an end. There's definitely the ending of a soulmate connection here, and maybe you've been reliving the past and over romanticizing how things used to be, but I think you're finally getting to the light at the end of the tunnel. This definitely has been a situation that has, you know, stolen your light. I think you're afraid of stepping into independence. Maybe you're dealing with somebody very controlling. We got the Queen of Wands in reverse, but I feel like you've lost your passion for life again, and I do think a new beautiful emotional experience wants to come in, because dead center is that Ace of Cups. But you're needing to release an old mindset, or, you know, a partnership that's no longer working. You very well could be dealing with an Emperor in reversed, a narcissistic energy. I hate to say it, but the Emperor in reverse is somebody that abandons you in your time of need. They're very demanding. They lack discipline. They pretend to be in charge of a situation, but they just seek to control. And I feel it's a block to your success. And I feel this person has kind of put out your flame, put out your fire. Could be dealing with an Aquarius, Aries, Leo, Sag, Aries. But I feel you've worked hard on this foundation, and it's really created a block when it comes to a new emotional experience. With the Six of Cups reversed and the Ace of Cups, I think you've been in this Five of Cups energy in a period of prolonged grieving, and you're not emotionally content, and you've been clinging to control, knowing that it's time to walk away, but afraid to, you know, maybe have that difficult conversation. So I feel, yeah, playing into ego, playing into the illusion of being trapped in a committed partnership. And now maybe it's time to take accountability and responsibility for the situation that you've created, and to make a choice that will support your pathway to happiness. Yeah, make a choice that will support your pathway to happiness. Getting honest with yourself. Six of Cups reverse, Ace of Cups, Ace of Swords. So I think there's refinement taking place when it comes to a foundation, and you will be able to overcome these obstacles, but it might require spending some time going within. Definitely the ending of a foundation, and this is a foundation that's been riddled with lies, secrets, jealousy, and it's left you emotionally bankrupt, and maybe you're going to have to leave somebody out in the cold. But I think maybe there's been fear of breaking free, fears surrounding money, financial security, because you've likely built a lot of financial security for yourself in this family structure. And maybe it's the pride and the ego that you're clinging to when it comes to an unhealthy situation. This is unhealthy. There's no balance here. I think you're about to get angry. You got somebody trying to control a situation and block a new beginning in love for you. And I feel this really is a block for your dreams coming true. And there is a need of balance. There is a need for balance in your life. There is a need for discipline. We got the Hermit reverse. So Virgo energy, Capricorn energy. I feel you're creating all of these negative circumstances in your head, and it's going to start manifesting into real life challenges, because I feel like you're losing your peace of mind, and you don't have a sense of personal freedom in this relationship. It's feeling like a trap, an illusion of being entrapped in a situation. And maybe this will bring forward some material loss. But it's time to get honest with yourself. You know, you can have all the money in the world, and if you're not happy on the inside, you're basically living an emotionally bankrupt life. So I think it's time to get honest with yourself, and maybe there's going to be some secrets revealed. Maybe somebody in this connection is wanting to sneak away to go somewhere else, but I feel there's fear surrounding money when it comes to taking action steps, when it comes to releasing something that needs to kind of die away. There's definitely an ending here, a major release, a judgment call being made when it comes to releasing a person that's been holding you back. for this spiritual transformation, and you are encouraged to expand, to move forward, and to make that choice when it comes to your dreams. Because I think this is a situation that's created all kinds of conflict, all kinds of drama, all kinds of opposing opinions, and nobody else's opinion matters but yours. You're living your life for you, Scorpio. So is this really worth your time? Or is it perhaps maybe time to stand up for yourself and to find that strength to, you know, release what I feel is an illusion of entrapment, an illusion of the mind, and maybe it's created all kinds of self-worth issues. Maybe you're lacking confidence. Maybe you're feeling helpless when it comes to taking action, afraid to take action, afraid to take responsibility for your life. But I feel there's going to be a revelation that's going to allow you to release any fears about standing in your personal power. Leo, Pisces energy. A major release of what's been holding you back is what I'm feeling. So let's take a deeper look into this Queen of Wands. So I think you've been planning for a while. We got the Knight of Coins, the World, and Wise Counsel. So I think you've been planning for a while when it comes to an ending of some sort. So you're rounding out the completion of a major karmic life lesson. A major karmic cycle is coming full circle. And you're going through a period of expansion, and I think you should be proud of yourself. Endings are never, ever easy, even if it's not a good situation. But this is part of your spiritual enlightenment, Scorpio. And be proud of yourself. I think, you know, the divine is there to offer you the counseling that you need. You could be dealing with a Taurus. But I feel, you know, you've been planning maybe to go towards a Taurus after you close out a cycle. But I feel you've been apprehensive about, you know, finally getting real about this situation. And I think you maybe been planning carefully to take action. And I think now is the time to get going. And maybe you're going to have an angry outburst because you're so tired of being stuck when it comes to a brand new beginning in love. Because there is big love here. Big love here, and a beautiful new emotional experience coming in. Maybe deepening the friendship with somebody when it comes to a romantic relationship, but an awakening of a loving connection is coming full circle. And this is going to be a connection where the two of you will work very well together, maybe even, you know, working together, doing what it is that you love. And maybe stepping into a new creative endeavor that will lead to a high level of commitment, a spiritual union of some sort. And maybe you fear releasing a long-standing commitment for fear of what it might do to your reputation. But there's a brand new beginning here, and there is a need to bring balance back into your life, and there is a need to make an impartial and objective decision when it comes to standing up for what it is that you believe in and what it is that you know that you deserve, because I don't think you've been getting what it is that you deserve, and you've been holding on, revisiting all of these nostalgic memories, over romanticizing the past. And I feel you're being asked to embrace a deep level of inner child healing in order for you to step into a position of integrity. Let's take a look at this Ace of Cups, because let's see what's coming in. I feel a beautiful experience trying to come in here. Dreamer, the King of Cups, the King of Swords, bottom of the deck, Temperance, Balance, Sag energy. So we got air, we got water, and we got Aries. Yeah, there is a brand new start here, a brand new start in love. All you got to do is push your fears aside and take that leap of faith, Scorpio. A brand new start. Trust yourself. So you could be this King of Cups, King of Swords, but I feel finding the balance between the head and the heart, coming from a place of logic, devotion, honor. You're going towards somebody that you can completely trust and be authentically yourself. Somebody that's intelligent, well-respected, somebody that will communicate clearly with you, because wherever you've been at, I feel it's been unemotional. And it's kind of time for you to maybe go towards a new solid romantic situation. This person is going to make you feel safe. They're going to make you feel loved. There's going to be no hidden intentions with this person, and it will be balanced and reciprocal. So, and maybe the two of you will blend some creative ideas together when it comes to creating something extraordinary for your lives. So I do think there's a connection that makes your heart flutter. and there's a lack of balance in your current situation, and there's a person wanting to come in and fall in love and sweep you off your feet, Scorpio. So release this unfounded fear. Stop expecting the worst, and allow yourself to refocus your thoughts, because you're in a codependent situation and you're under the veil of illusion that you can't get out. You can always get out, but it will require rigorous accountability and a heart-to-heart conversation, and then making that choice and taking that action to go in that new direction. So decisive, focused action is going to be needed. And maybe it's time for you to come out of hiding. Maybe it's time for you to seek out that balance, or even become a spiritual mentor of some sort. But let's take a look at this Hermit. Yeah, I think you have been going within recently. You have been going within, meditating and turning inward to find the answers as part of this transformation journey. So that's your energy, Scorpio, Pisces again. So I feel this new experience is going to be very significant, but it's going to require some big changes to be made, Scorpio. Get ready for an unexpected shakeup or revelation in order to get you to break free from this procrastination and this foundation that's no longer in alignment, that was likely based in an old belief system, because it's time for you to open up your heart to a new experience. And I think deep down, you know this. You know that it's time to take action. And I think you have been working on developing your intuitive gifts and trusting in the wisdom that you've been receiving from your higher self. And it's kind of time to transform this situation. So I think get ready for an invitation, an offer of some sort when it comes to a new emotional experience, and somebody that's going to be grounded, stable, solid, trustworthy, compassionate, and likely very accomplished. Somebody that wants to build financial security and prosperity with you. And this will be a very supportive parent and spouse if you have children. And this will be a good person to work with after going through a very powerful renewal. Yeah, true pair on the board. King and Queen of Pentacles, they build a legacy together. So maybe this is a renewal of somebody way back in the past from childhood, but you're needing to release something. There's going to be clarity when it comes to your purpose and following your heart. And I'm just going to say it, Scorpio, in your heart of hearts, you already know what you got to do, and you know where you want to go. So release that burden, and maybe you're going to be single for a while. Kenzie, can you go check on Bailey, please? Thank you. I got the kids home. It's the weekend, guys. Releasing a long-standing burden. Maybe it's going to require a little bit of time of enjoying solitude and the single life for a while. But I think hard work will lead to a very abundant life, a happy and successful outcome. And maybe this is a connection where the two of you will build a business together and be self-employed together. So I think it's time to get practical about how you're going to proceed, Scorpio. And always follow the heart. Always follow the heart. And I think it's been a long time coming, releasing a burden. So maybe it's time to learn something new. But I feel get ready for that conversation. There is going to be a clean slate, but you got to release something that has kept you emotionally stuck for quite some time. Everything always happens for a reason. And maybe this is a lesson in forgiving yourself for deciding to choose you. So get ready for a new beginning here, a clean slate, but going through a careful review of the past when it comes to facing these challenges. And maybe you're going to have to get very blunt with your communication, but I feel your perceptions are shifting. And these challenges are going to come to an end as you pause for reflection before taking action, because you've definitely been going through an awakening of some sort. I think get ready for a cat fight of some sort. I don't know, my cats just went at it at the desk right there, and they never fight. So you might even have a lot of drama, a cat fight of some sort. I'm not sure where that's coming from, but everything that happens in a reading is meant to happen. So yeah, if you don't leave this situation, there's going to be a tower, and you're likely going to get thrown out. So it's time to speak up and be heard, Scorpio. Your opinions matter. So yeah, get ready to be called out and to be put in the hot seat, Scorpio, because it's kind of action time is what I'm feeling. We'll get a couple last messages from Spirit for you, Scorpio. What other messages? Honesty. Yep, there's that deception. Honesty, the worst truth, is better than the best lie. So where do you need to get honest with yourself and those that you are connected with? Because somebody's been hiding something below the surface, and I think your intuition is spot on. And you're needing to trust it when it comes to this situation. Your intuition is spot on. So that's it, eh? You need to get honest with yourself about what is going on. Honesty, honesty, honesty. Getting honest, because maybe you've been overgiving. And I think you're in a connection that's been depleting you, not reciprocating you. And although there's challenges to overcome when it comes to an ending, you will get through this. And you have to be brave, and you can do this. So I think get ready to raise your vibration and to bring more of the same into your life. But there needs to be some honesty here, Scorpio. And that's what I got for you. I hope this helped. I hope this resonated, Scorpio. If you would like to book a personal or a soulmate reading with me, please feel free to check out that description box below. And I look forward to seeing you all again next time. Thank you.